You wake up. You don't know where you are. Your head is pounding. What is that awful smell? You can't find your keys, clothes, wallet. You might feel a little something like this. What happened last night? Binge drinking. It's an all too common occurrence, and I personally have been there more than once. According to a study done in 2011 called Monitoring the Future, reported on the website The Century Council, in an article titled Binge Drinking, 81% of college students have tried alcohol, and 36% have reported binge drinking in the 2 weeks prior to the study. According to a recent survey, most of you are right within the age when most binge drinking occurs. Also, a few of you have been binge drinking before. Today, I will be discussing the terrors of binge drinking, why it is such a big problem in our country, the effects on the human body and our society, also some of the causes or reasons for binge drinking, and I will elaborate into some of the solutions for this problem and how we can help fight this epidemic. Now, to begin, I will start with some of the reasons why this is such a big problem. One of those, according to the drinkware.co.uk website, in an article titled Binge Drinking, states that consuming a large amount of alcohol over a short period of time is significantly worse for the human body than a smaller amount more frequently over a longer period of time. Now, binge drinking is classified as 5 drinks within 2 hours for a male and 4 drinks within 2 hours for a female. This type of activity can have many short-term and long-term effects. Some of the short-term effects, according to the drinkware.co.uk website on the article Binge Drinking, can range from injury due to lack of coordination all the way to overdosing and death. When one overdoses on alcohol, heart rate and breathing slow to the point of stopping, or asphyxiation can occur due to unconsciously choking on their own vomit. Now, some long-term effects of binge drinking, according to the LA Times website, in a study published in the Journal of American College of Cardiology, 4 years of heavy drinking between 18 and 25 may be enough to permanently increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, and atherosclerosis, the hardening of the artery walls. These are just a few of the long-term effects. Now, some of the effects that binge drinking has on our society. According to the drinkware.co.uk website in the article Binge Drinking, alcohol plays a main factor in many violent and antisocial behaviors. 30% of sexual assaults, 33% of burglaries, and 50% of street crimes can be attributed to alcohol. On the About.com website on alcoholism, a study done by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the cost of excessive consumption in 2006 was roughly $746 per person, or $224 billion total. This is a lot of money and could be used much more effectively. Now, I will begin to discuss some of the causes or reasons for engaging in binge drinking. According to the Alcoholism Guide, Reasons for Binge Drinking, peer pressure and acceptance issues are 2 of the most common reasons for the young in college and high school. At that young age, many of our peers will pressure us into drinking alcohol, especially at an alarming rate. Also, social media such as TVs, movies, and music can promote this type of activity as being glamorous. This will lead to us in engaging in unsafe activities. One of the other reasons for binge drinking can be to help those forget their problems. When one consumes alcohol, their reality becomes more distant and those problems seem less important. But this can lead to dependence. It can be used as a coping issue. And the more that one drinks, they realize that the problems are really still there, but they will have to continue to drink to feel that if they're not. Now, to continue on, I will now discuss some of the solutions for this binge drinking. There are currently many different programs and helpful sites that can be used to help those that are afflicted with this illness. Some of those such are Alcoholics Anonymous. This is a great program to help many people with the disease. Although, for those that are not full-blown alcoholics, there are many different ways to help the binge drinkers. According to the Alcoholism Guide website, alcohol abuse treatments, in the article Alcohol Abuse Treatments, Stop Binge Drinking Programs, there are many different ways to help with those. There are even medical methods, such as the Sinclair method. This uses the drugs naltrexone to help with the cravings that a binge drinker gets and to help combat those. There are also different herbal remedies, such as the kuzubai. The Chinese would use this as an herbal remedy for many different things, but this can help one consume less alcohol in one sitting. Also, personally, I believe the best way to combat this epidemic is with education. According to the Gallup Line, a solution for binge drinking, talking to those that will be affected by this can be a much more effective way, especially because time is a key factor. According to a study, those that had the discussion before entering college were 20 times more likely to engage in healthy drinking or no drinking at all, as opposed to those that were given the discussion after they entered college. It had no effect whatsoever. Now, according to a survey, most of you have been drinking before and are all too familiar with that lovely term of being hungover. And also, many of you are right about the age when you have kids, or you will have friends and family that have young kids who could be helped by you given this discussion. Now, the earlier it's done, the better, and the education is definitely one of the best solutions to this problem. Now, to conclude this speech today, I have discussed why this is such a problem in our society and how much it affects the human body and our society. Also, I've discussed a few of the reasons for binge drinking, why those are pressured into it, and how it can be used as a coping issue. And lastly, I have shown just a few solutions to help combat this ever-growing problem. Education is definitely one of the biggest ones, and hopefully in the future we will all know of how to consume alcohol safely and responsibly.